Today, I'm going to unpack a pretty powerful term and one that we often hear in user experience, which is mental model. What the? I always thought that was like a super fancy term. Don't you think so? Anyway, where does this idea come from? What does it mean? And how does it apply to user experience and web design? That is what I'm going to break down today in this video for you. So let's dive right in. The idea of a mental model comes from psychology and science, from a guy named, let me look him up, Kenneth Craik. Not sure if I'm saying that right. Kenneth Craik. And he introduced this concept of mental models way back in the 1940s. We are going back in time here, folks. So, what this means is people create little ideas of things, their world in their head. And this is what they think the outside world is like. And this is their mental model. It's kind of like a little map in their mind with the way things work and how they interact. Now, later, the grandfather of user experience, Don Norman, talked about this concept a little bit further. Let me summarize what he said. When people interact with a system, like a website or a microwave or even an app, they are bringing their mental model from their world into how that thing should act or react or perform. This is a person's mental model. And when it comes to user experience, a mental model is what a user expects to happen when they come to your website or your app. It's based on a few things, their previous experience, cultural norms, how they've interacted with websites and experiences in the past. These all help form that person's mental model. If you design things that matches a person's mental model, this is good. It makes them happy. If you design things that breaks and does not align to that person's mental model, this sucks. This upsets the person and it causes frustration and confusion. And we generally do not want to do this. For example, here are some mental model icons or ideas that are happening in web design. When a person sees a shopping cart, they think that that is something they can hit to check out of an experience and buy what they need to. When a person sees a trash can, this implies that they have the ability to delete a file. When a person sees a hamburger menu, this is where they think they can go to find a menu of the site or other options. Or is it? Now, the hamburger menu isn't as universal as you might think. Surprise, surprise. So I'm going to do a future what the episode on breaking down what the hamburger menu is and where it comes from. So if you're interested in that, let me know in a comment if that is something that you want to hear more about, because it's really not a universal icon, surprisingly. Not yet. It's getting more adopted, but it's not 100% known by everybody yet. But for the sake of discussing mental models, we are going to assume that most people understand what a hamburger menu means and what it implies a person can do. So if you reinvent basic interaction patterns or things that go against a person's established mental models, you are forcing them to build new mental models. And this is not cool. Users do not want to do this, so we should not be doing this. How can we, as UX pros, create experiences that align to users' mental models? Well, the first thing we can do is understand our users, know what their expectations are, and then align our designs and outcomes to that. The second thing I already talked a little bit about is continuing to create experiences that have these established patterns. Don't shake things up. Users know certain things on certain pages do certain things. Make sure your deliverables are aligned to that. Then finally, be consistent. If you are designing a page in a certain way, you want all your pages to be aligned to that, right? Similar, consistent look and feel, interaction patterns should go across all the site. Don't have everything feel disjointed because they're designed in different ways. If you must introduce something new, you want to educate lightly. Be courteous. Let them know this is a little bit different and maybe guide them through this experience so they don't have such a disjointed experience and shattering their mental model. Good user experience is not about surprising people. It is not about change. We don't want them to say, "What the?" We want them to feel comfortable in our created environment as well. So we want to do our best to not shatter their mental models by introducing weird and funky stuff. So the next time you are working with a team to create an experience, you should ask yourself, what mental model am I bringing to this experience? And how can I make that experience feel more intuitive and less confusing? If you like today's episode of What the, give me a like and let me know I'm on the right track for you. Also, I would love to hear about a site that you think matches your mental model or does not match your mental model. Leave me a comment below. Let me know about your experience. Is it a positive mental model or a negative mental model, and why? I would love to hear your story. And I'll see you at the next installment of What the, where I talk about bike shedding. Ever heard that term? It's really cool. I love this story. I'll see you over there. Bye.